What if the Joker actually went to prison for every single crime he pulled in the Dark Knight? Not just a few years, but a lifetime behind bars. From robbing banks to bombing hospitals, from kidnapping to mass murder, today we're breaking down every major crime he committed and calculating exactly how long he'd spend locked up if Gotham's justice system was real. The movie starts with a big bank robbery, but it's not a normal robbery. Joker's gang plans to steal money from a mob bank, but Joker kills every single one of his own men just to make sure no one can challenge him later. That means he commits armed robbery and multiple murders right at the start. In real life, robbing a bank with guns could mean 10 to 25 years in prison, but killing people during a robbery is far worse. Murder is one of the most serious crimes, and in many states, it means life in prison, or even the death penalty. Since Joker kills about 6 men in that scene, he would face 6 counts of murder, which could mean multiple life sentences stacked one after another. Joker kidnaps 2 important people, District Attorney Harvey Dent and Rachel Dawes. He puts them in different places rigged to explode, planning to kill both. This is kidnapping plus attempted murder. Kidnapping carries a prison sentence of 20 to 30 years for each victim. Attempted murder means he tried to kill them but didn't succeed, which can add even more years. Since Joker intended to kill both, he would likely get the maximum sentences for these crimes. Also, the fact that he forced them to suffer like this shows extreme cruelty, which courts punish harshly. One of Joker's most frightening acts is when he rigs 2 ferries with explosives, one ferry full of prisoners and the other with civilians. He forces the people on both boats to decide whether to blow up the other ferry or be blown up themselves. This is not just a scary trick, it's attempted mass murder and terrorism. Attempted murder charges can add 10 to 30 years per person, and holding people hostage with explosives means additional charges of terroristic threats and coercion. Since there are dozens of people on each ferry, the total prison time from this act alone would be enormous, possibly hundreds of years. Throughout the movie, Joker kills several police officers. Killing a police officer is one of the most serious crimes in the law. It often means life in prison or the death penalty. Even hurting officers with weapons adds more years to a prison sentence. Because police officers protect the law, attacking or killing them is punished more severely than crimes against regular citizens. Joker doesn't just harm people, he destroys property too. He burns down a hospital, causes car crashes, and wrecks parts of Gotham City. Arson, setting fire to buildings, is a serious crime that can get 5 to 15 years in prison, especially when people's lives are in danger. Destroying cars and public property is also a crime and adds more years to his sentence. Plus, the financial damage Joker causes would mean he would owe millions in fines and restitution. Joker's crimes aren't random. He plans everything carefully to create fear and chaos. This means he would also be charged with conspiracy, the crime of planning with others to commit serious offenses. Conspiracy charges often come with heavy penalties that increase overall prison time. Because Joker controls a gang and plans many crimes, he could also be charged under organized crime laws, which add even more prison time. When you add up all these crimes, armed robbery, multiple murders, terrorism, kidnapping, attempted murder, arson, conspiracy, and more, it's clear that Joker would be sentenced to multiple life sentences. In fact, it's likely he would never get out of prison. Some states might even give him the death penalty because of the number and seriousness of his crimes. If the courts make him serve each sentence one after another, he would spend hundreds of years behind bars, more than a lifetime. So if Joker faced a real justice system, he wouldn't be walking free. The crimes he commits in The Dark Knight are so terrible that no judge or jury would ever let him out.